Hey everybody, Yankee here. As SHOT Show draws to a close, one thing I think we can all agree on this year is that there were a lot of revolvers announced this year. That's unusual to have so much wheelgun news in one year. So it looks like 2024 might be the year of the wheelgun. So I want to take a little time today to go over some of the more interesting news regarding revolvers that came out of SHOT Show this year. Let's start with Taurus. Taurus is entering the single action army clone game with their new deputy. Now, this is something that I think is a very nice addition to their lineup. It gives the SAS people something to look forward to at an affordable price. And I'm betting it's going to be very well made since it is a Taurus. And they seem to do a very good job with their revolvers, regardless of what a lot of people think. Taurus makes good guns. They're one of the biggest manufacturers in the world. Now, this gun's going to come in 2 barrel lengths. The 4 3/4 and the 5.5 inch barrel lengths, and it's going to come in 2 calibers, 45 Colt and 357 Magnum, which are the only real 2 calibers you need in a single action gun. Now, this is not their only entry into the revolver world this year. They're also introducing their 605 in the Executive Series line, meaning it's going to be more polished, going to have better finish, better roll marks, better internals, better tuned internals at least, and, nicer grips, etc. It's kind of a step up over their regular 605, which is their 5-shot 357 Magnum 38 special revolver. It's kind of like the Model 60 from Smith & Wesson. And now it's got an Executive Series addition to it. So that's a nice little upgrade for some people that like Taurus, but would like something a little more polished than the regular 605. And also, they're introducing a new Toro revolver, which if you're not familiar, their Toro line are revolvers that are drilled and tapped for red dots right from the factory. And they're adding their 327 to their lineup now. They already, I think, had a Judge and a 605. Now they're going to have the 327, which is a 327 Federal Magnum revolver. Or 32 H&R. I think it can take any of them. But that's going to be a nice option for people. I do believe it's a 6-shot on a small frame. But that will be available now, ready for a red dot, which I wish more revolver makers would get into. Right now, Taurus is leading the market on that. I would like to see other manufacturers like Smith & Wesson and Ruger catch on to doing some red dot ready revolvers. But so far, Taurus, like I said, is the one taking the lead. Now, it's not just Taurus that are putting out some pretty cool new stuff. Smith & Wesson's actually doing a new line with Lipsies. They're redoing their small, lightweight, their airweight guns. Their 38 special, their 32 H&R or 327 Federal Magnum little revolvers. But now they're upgrading them. Instead of having just a gutter sight, these little hammerless revolvers, they're going to have a dovetailed back sight and a pinned and removable front sight. Up until now, the little 630 or 640s or whatever they're called, 642, were just a fixed front sight, part of the barrel. It's integral to the barrel, and a gutter sight. Now they're going to have much upgraded sights. They come in silver, black, they come in 38 special, they come in the 327, so a couple of options there. And this really makes their lightweight, their airweight line more marketable now, because I've been saying for a while that there's no excuse for them to have those cheap fixed front sights and just gutter sights when their competitors are doing so much better. So that was a nice addition from Smith & Wesson. And also we've got some stuff coming out from Diamondback. Surprising. This is a really cool one that I'm actually very interested in. This is the SDR. This is the self-defense revolver from Diamondback. And I think when you look at this gun, you will agree with me that it's very obvious how they came up with this gun. It's obvious they put a Ruger LCRX and a Kimber K6S in a room and let nature take its course. And this is what we ended up with. And unlike the K6S, this is not a really expensive gun. It's actually kind of affordable. So I look forward to seeing this. I like the features. I like the look. I love the barrel and the way they've done that 45-degree angle or whatever it is on the barrel cut. I just like that a lot. So I will be really interested to see this gun. It is a 6-shot 357 Magnum, much like the K6S. So should be a great addition to the revolver world at a reasonable price. The only thing I'm worried about is I have not been a big fan of Diamondback's build quality on their semi-auto pistols. How they do with this gun, it remains to be seen. I haven't physically held it myself yet. I'm very anxious to. I've had people at SHOT Show that have held it, like CloverTac, who say, feels pretty good, seems very well made. But of course, something being well made at SHOT Show with a display model and being well made off the production line can be two totally different things. That's why I never fully trust what you see at SHOT Show, because usually those are the most polished up versions you can possibly see. And then when it comes down to actually producing it, they can crap the bed on that side of it. So still, I'm very interested in seeing this Diamondback SDR. Now, another addition to revolvers this year, Chiappa has put some new things out, new guns with new finishes, blah, blah, blah. And Nighthawk Customs, they have done some very colorful things with the Korth line, although the Korth line is not for most people. It's expensive. It's way out of my price budget. I have like 2 of them, and I had to sell a lot of my collection to get the 2 of them. So really not something a lot of people are into, but like I said, if you like really colorful, expensive guns, I'm wondering what they're thinking on this one. I'm not sure people that like expensive guns like that want colors, but I guess they're trying it out, and hopefully they know more about the gun market than I do. But with that covered, I want to get to what I think is the most exciting revolver news coming out of SHOT Show. And that is that they're making a blued 4.5 inch. Well, actually, it's a 4.25 inch, I think. But it might be 4.5, but I think Python does 4.25. I will have to look into that. But my memory doesn't serve me well all the time. Sometimes I get things jumbled up in my head. And I don't like to learn new things, because every time I learn something new, I have to forget something old. So I try not to commit a lot of things to memory these days, or I'll forget how to, I'll forget toilet training or something. I don't know. So I think it's a 4.25, might be a 4.5 inch. But they're putting out a blued one. All the new releases have been stainless up till now, and I like the new releases. I think they're great guns. Some people don't like them. Some people are wary of them because a very specific old guy on the internet who didn't know how to shoot revolvers but pretends like he's an expert on firearms, when really he's just like a history teacher or an English teacher who has a range in his yard, didn't know how to shoot one and kept fucking up the trigger staging. A lot of people think that is reality and that the gun was the problem. It was the shooter that was the problem. I got to see the report on the gun after it came back. Nothing was wrong with the gun whatsoever. And I made a video showing, hey, here's what you're doing. Here's what you're doing wrong. And I can't believe you're doing this. You must be doing it on purpose because maybe you don't like Colt, or maybe you just don't know how to shoot revolvers. A lot of people were put off by that, but every gun I've had from them has been excellent, so I have no problem recommending them. And especially getting a blued model. Blued guns are just the most beautiful guns. I tend to lean towards stainless because of the ease of care of a stainless gun. You don't have to worry as much about pitting or rusting or any of those things. They're easy to buff out a scratch if it happens. There's no finish to worry about. But I still think blued guns are the most beautiful gun you can buy, and now Colt has gone back to producing a blued Colt Python. That will definitely be on my list of guns to buy this year. So there's just a quick rundown of some of the guns that are coming out. There's even more revolver news from SHOT Show if you look around, but that little bit right there should show you that revolvers are here to stay. In fact, I think they're probably more popular now than they were 10 years ago. And that's nice to see because everybody can see I like revolvers. So those are some of the new ones that are coming out next year. I look forward to seeing them in person and getting to shoot them myself, especially that Python, because I really, really want a blued Colt Python.